I'm Susan Grissom with Grissom Law Firm. We're located in Johns Creek, Georgia, and I'm an attorney authorized and licensed to practice in the state of Georgia in the areas of estate planning, uncontested probate, and small business laws where I focus my practice. Today, I want to talk about Irrevocable Life Insurance Trusts, or ILITs. What are they, and why would you consider using them? As a backup to this, I want to talk about estate tax just very briefly because this is why ILITs are going to come back in importance as people are doing estate planning. As you may know, on your death, your estate is taxed if it's over the exemption amount, which currently in 2024 is $13.61 million per person. That's quite a bit of money to leave without any estate tax. The amount over that is 40% tax if you exceed that exemption. Currently, that will go up next year by an index, and then at the end of 2025, that amount is going to drop to approximately $7 million. So we're going to cut that estate tax exemption in half, which will mean that many more people will have estate taxes on their estates. This is where ILITs come in. An ILIT is an instrument that's designed specifically to hold life insurance so that it can remove it from a taxable estate. We prepare ILITs as part of estate plans where our clients have large life insurance policies that they own so that we can remove these policies, or when they're intending to purchase life insurance policies, or in some instances where we know their assets are already going to exceed the estate tax exemption and we're looking for a means to provide some cash because perhaps their assets are businesses or real estate that they don't want to have liquidated upon their death. So we'll buy life insurance outside of their taxable estate to provide the family with additional cash so that they can pay the tax bill when the time comes. ILITs are irrevocable trusts. What this means is you're not able to make changes to this trust once it's put in place. Additionally, they're going to be treated as separate entities, meaning they'll get their own EIN or tax ID, and you'll name someone else to be the trustee. During your lifetime, we typically have lifetime beneficiaries who are usually members of the family. Every time that you make a gift into your trust, which will be necessary in order to pay the premiums on your life insurance, those beneficiaries are notified of that gift and they'll acknowledge and waive their right to remove their gift from the trust so that it's a completed gift. Then we're going to pay our premiums from this trust. This procedure is necessary in order to protect us from this being included back into your taxable estate. And all of this is going to be facilitated utilizing a bank account that's set up in the trust's name. In addition, that trust is going to act like other trusts would in that you'll name successor trustees. Those are the people who are actually going to manage those assets inside of your life insurance trust during your lifetime and after your death if the initial trustee isn't able to. We can also do typical estate planning inside of this trust upon your death, meaning we name beneficiaries and then we determine how they're going to receive their share of the life insurance proceeds. It might be outright gifts to them, or perhaps we're going to hold it in a trust for their lifetime. If they have a taxable estate themselves, for instance, your spouse, we might continue to hold these funds inside of your life insurance trust and only distribute them after their death so that we actually provide that it's not included in another estate and taxed later. We can also include inside of your ILIT things like special needs trusts if you have individuals in your family who have some sort of a handicap and receive Medicaid or other government programs that are needs-based. Many times when I have clients who have special needs children, we'll actually buy life insurance for the purpose of actually funding their needs long-term so that we're sure there's adequate resources to provide for their needs throughout the rest of their life. Other things about ILITs, which are very similar to other trusts, we can do many of the same protection of assets for our children. If we have children who are minors, we might leave in trust until they're 25 or 30 years old, or sometimes older if we're concerned about their inability perhaps to manage money or to make good decisions. We can also name who the assets will go to if that beneficiary passes before receiving. These allow for true estate planning aspects to be built into this ILIT. ILITs do require that you either purchase the life insurance in it or that it takes 3 years after the transfer of the assets into the trust before they're removed for your taxable estate. So if you're in a position where your estate's taxable, it's better to go ahead and move sooner rather than later on these, as we know that the tax law is going to change under the sunset provision at the end of 2025. If we can help you, give us a call. Thank you.